Hi and welcome. I'm Abbie Broad, mindset and mental resilience coach for women in business. So today the question that I'm asking is, are you wondering how to take your business to the next level? Yeah, so for me, so at the start of my business journey, I was in a lot of struggle. I had no idea what I was doing and I really just wasn't getting anywhere. But then there came a point where I became aware of what needed to be done, which was actually even more terrifying. And realizing the enormity of what actually needed to happen, what needed to be in place in order to have a business. And what happened for me at that kind of middle stage was that I got very, very busy doing stuff, looking very busy, thinking that I was doing the right things that were going to grow my business, get reach clients, all that kind of stuff. Um, but it was exhausting, and I just seemed to be going around in circles, and I still wasn't making progress, even though I was far more aware of what needed to be done. And not everything was a mistake. I was doing some things that needed to happen, but still not quite doing enough, still not quite making a difference. So I had a conversation with a coach at the time. And after a while, she said to me, Abbie, people will take you seriously when you start to take yourself seriously. Because this is the thing. I was like, why aren't people buying from me? Why is this not working? And she says, you're not taking yourself seriously. Um, yeah, and I'm going to say, that hit hard. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So what does that mean then? What does that look like? I thought I was taking my business seriously. I thought I wanted it. But this is the thing. So what was missing for me was planning. I was kind of resisting that stepping into um, being a more professional business by doing a lot of the stuff that needed to happen. So planning, having a business plan or a plan for my business was something that I kind of had been resisting. And there's lots of reasons why we do this. And this is the thing. So my success depended on really kind of what mood I was in that day. Some days we're unstoppable, aren't we? It all makes sense. We're motivated. Other days we're very creative and passionate. Other days it's boom, boom, boom. We're just getting it done. And other days none of it happens. So this is the thing. It depended on where my energy was, where my mindset was, how I was feeling. Depended on what got done that day. And that's not how we can operate a business. So in order to be more consistent and to take myself seriously and actually make progress, I needed to find a way to align all those different energies and bring them to the table every single day. There's a reason why we resist planning, because we often think it's too time consuming. When I talk to my clients and do training sessions about 90-day planning, they're like, oh God, that sounds like a lot of work, Abbie. And I'm like, well, yeah, okay, all right. So it is, but it's not. It doesn't all have to be done in a day. This is a process, and it's about offering yourself into that process. It takes time to save time, and planning absolutely will save you time in the long run. But we resist it because it feels too rigid. We resist it because we don't want to fail. Because if we've actually set an intention or a goal, and a plan I would offer is part of the goal setting process. If we've set that intention and we fall short, so we're looking at failing, aren't we? And we don't want to fail. So it's actually easier sometimes to not even set that intention. We don't want to be told what to do. And often we resist the plan. So I had a client that said, oh, it all sounds a bit too grown up. It means that I lose my flexibility, I lose my autonomy. And I'm like, but it's your plan. You can do what you want with it. And this is the thing. So, and we don't often know what to plan. So if someone says, we get asked all this, where do you want to be in 3 years time? Where do you want to be in 5 years time? We're like, I don't know. What does that look like? When we start to put it into a plan. Okay, so but by working without a plan, we waste a lot of time and energy. We get confused and we procrastinate and we make poor decisions. We stay small because we can't see how to grow. We don't always need to know how the story ends, and populating your plan is something that happens over time. But I offer that it's that moment of leaning into it and deciding, actually, do you know what, I'm going to do this. That was a thing that absolutely was a game changer for me in my business when I started to tap into my logical, organized self, and actually go, oh, okay, all right. So if I start putting this stuff, because if I write it on a to-do list, and this is what we do, we write stuff on a to-do list and we're like, yeah, I can get that done. But we're not growing, we're not expanding. We fear success when we can't see the big picture. Depending on what energy as well. So if you haven't got a plan for your business, you are beholden to whatever energy you decide your body or your brain decides to bring to the table that day. And certainly for me, and for many of my clients, women of a certain age particularly, we're held a bit hostage sometimes to our energy, aren't we? So this is the thing. And yeah, and that makes sense, because that's what life is all about. There can be internal triggers for peaks and troughs in our belief, because this is the thing. Some days it all makes sense, doesn't it? And other days we lack so much belief that we really struggle, and that can be triggered internally as well as externally. So let me ask you, are you working without a plan at the moment? Do you spend time procrastinating before taking action? Are you reinventing the wheel every day? What would it feel like to show up each day knowing exactly what you needed to do and how to get it done? If even just from the point of view of reminding ourselves, some days, so when my logic is in charge, my plan, it's all there, all the information, where I need to be, what I need to do. And then another day I'll come and it's my gut that's oh god, yeah, the motivation's not there, and I've forgotten all that good stuff and all that great work that I've done. I come to my plan and I go, oh my goodness, I have already done that. And what that does is that then helps to motivate me. So this is how we solve it. So we start to take ourselves seriously. And that's not meant to sound derogatory. What my belief is about taking yourself seriously is about engaging with that energy and saying, right, okay, what's going to be the best thing for me, for my business? How can I make this happen? Believing that you can. Dig deep on the skills that you have and what you need to be to make it feel right. So we can plan in lots of different ways. I have a spreadsheet that I use for my business, and that is everything from my brain fart ideas right the way down to what I do on a daily basis. I also have pads of paper, so each day I will look at my plan and go, right, okay, what do I need to pick from that? And I'll write it down on a piece of paper. There's a lot of energy around pieces of paper. I had a great conversation with a client just yesterday about the energy that we get from writing things down. Those of you that know me know I'm a lover of post-its. Okay, so you can build a business, you can get it done using post-its. You've got to find what's right for you. And when you get your plan right, what it offers you is an antidote to the days where you're not feeling logical. It's support for the days where you don't feel passionate. And it is also a tool to motivate you for those days where you really just don't want to play. So each day, depending on what your energy is, your plan is consistent. Some days I need to be reminded of what I need to do. Other days I need to feel passionate and do something that's fun. Other days I need somebody to help me, or something to help me, to motivate me, and to raise my energy. Okay, so your plan will always be consistent, and each day you will show up to it and it will offer you what you need it to be. Okay, so the result will be, you know what you're doing. You can let go of wasted time and procrastination. You will raise your confidence for when you feel challenged. You can show up strong and be professional. You will get more done. you will make progress and you will see the road ahead. Because when you can see the road ahead, when you can plan, when you can allow your fear, because so often it's fear that we resist, that says that we can't grow. Logically we want to grow, but our fear says no, not yet. Okay, when we can see the road ahead and shine a light on it, and I offer that is what planning is all about. Yeah, fear takes a day off, doesn't it? And we go, okay, so I just need to do the next thing. I just need to do the next thing. And that is how we get it done. Okay, so for more top tips on how to overcome the 7 big struggles for women in business, jump onto my mailing list. I share an email every week out to my mailing list subscribers, each with training, with tips, with advice, with suggestions, funny stories, because I'm quite funny sometimes. Okay, and there's lots and lots of great stuff in there that is going to help you to be curious, to challenge yourself, and to overcome those struggles. So in order to get even more of this great stuff, jump on my mailing list and subscribe today. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy planning, and I'll see you